Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off to give the highest honor, glory, and all praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who rebel that taught me the truth out of the Bible and amongst other things. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered to all four corners of the earth. My fellow laborers who push in this work and word in truth and sincerity all across the globe. Shalom. This your brother Talmayat. Shalha Kwadash from the JMS Holland branch, coming back at you with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and I hope it is edifying and straight to the point. Khan. Yeah, man, I was watching a video of the brother of our camp, very beautiful video, watch and subscribe, JMS South Holland. And yeah, man, hey, what the brother was saying is spot on, man. So I was listening to the video, like you can see, like 26 minutes in. So yeah, it was really burning in my spirit to do a So this is gonna be a internal and external motivation, and this is talking about yeah, like a lot of brothers, already saw the video of the wife of the deacon of that what is his name, Deacon Hakar, and yeah, man, you see all these, you see all these hirelings getting exposed, and that is what the Lord is doing, man. You see, and I watched that video, I think probably also a few minutes, it's like the brother also was going into, he was rapping, and that is already going off, and you see that with these groups, their wives are all these wives of these groups are in the forefront, and really with GMS you don't see in that, man. You see that the wives are known, and all that madness what is going on, because why? They are hirelings, man, and the Lord is exposing them for what they really are, man. You see, and that's why they are there for different reasons. Like the brother is going into, they are have alternative motives. That is what I want to say. That is really what they have. They are not here really for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They are there for themselves. To fill their own belly. And the brother goes in all these scriptures also. And yeah, I want to do put my 2 cents also in it. And with some few scriptures. And yeah, the brother is correct about that, man. You see. The brother is correct about that. So. And he went in the meaning of internal and external motivation. Let me go over there, because the brother already explained it in a video, but let me break it down and go to a few scriptures, because like the brother said, man, when you go in this truth, man, you gotta give it all, man. You need to be there for it. Needs to be your passion, man. You see, sometimes of course you have days that you really feel not, like you feeling like, hey, man, how I gotta say it, I don't really have that, because this truth always motivates me. Because sometimes, yeah, making a video, sometimes you be like, okay, but when you start to preach and you make your video, you feel, like, the Lord is upon you, you feel that spirit, and it brings a lot of joy in my heart. I speak for myself, but that is basically what it is, man. It gives me a lot of joy, when I'm preaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. You see, and that is what the brother also goes into. That, hey, when you are doing this, man, you need to be passionate about it, man. You see. This needs to be your joy, coming to camp, be amongst brothers, preaching the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and it is not always that things, you feel like, hey, it's going your way, but this is also a way that the Lord is looking at you and try to, how you say it, he's fine-tuning you really to look if you are really sincere about what you are doing. You see, that you are passionate, you see, that when darts are thrown at you, that you not be like, hey, man, I cannot do this anymore, or I don't like it, this is really a business, and I'm only doing it because I have to. No, you need to be passionate. You give it your all that you got, man. And I know, man, we are all in the flesh, but hey, the brother goes also in with Jeremiah, man. Get it, that these words are burning in him like fire. And I understand that feeling, because I have that feeling often too, man. I want to say something, and this was really at the beginning, and that is also something like the same passion and fire that you had in the beginning. You need to keep holding on to it, because we know that, hey, when you learn you are a Hebrew Israelite, you get excited, and especially in the beginning. But later on, you're gonna meet obstacles, like the scripture said, it's going to be bitter in your belly. That means that, hey, then you're going to see, like, hey, all the things that is coming with it. It's not always peach, everything is peachy. It's also the bitter things of it, man. Like bitter herbs, man. Like horseradish or something. You gotta, it's the bitter. So so this is the truth. And of Yahweh Bashem Mashiach, and it's all balanced. He balanced everything. He gave you sometimes the pleasure, but also you got to deal with the things that is not so really bring that pleasure. But still you have to continue, man, and still find in yourself, internally, to find that still that pleasure, to do the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You see. And it is really a beautiful video that the brother made. So I'm gonna go to the meaning of internal and external motivation. The brother already did it in a video. Really gotta watch this video, good video, man, with me. Let me get it, Salakia. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and verse 13, and it reads, the point is in the last sentence, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. And that is our duty of man, man, to keep the Lord's commandments, man, and really, basically, always serve him first, man. Put the Lord first, F your own personal things, man. Put the Lord first, man, because the Lord said when you serve him, all the things gonna be added onto you, man. But you got to first serve the Lord, man. That is the most important thing, because the Lord can do everything. Nothing is impossible with the Lord. So when you serve the Lord first, hey, the Lord will take care of you if, he seems fit to do it, what is necessary for you, man. You see? So that is what you have to do first, man. Serve the Lord first, man. You see? Don't try to get grace and praise of man, because that is not important, man. You see? The Lord said, hey, whoever is abased, he will exalt you. So really, roughly paraphrase. Matter of fact, let me get it also. Let me get it in Matthew. Because that is what these dudes are doing, man. They're exalting themselves. And now you see, because the Lord is exposing all these false prophets, man. You see? It's happened with Pegatron, You know who I'm talking about, with all these guys, man. They're all getting exposed. And where is that guy Eleazar? Where is that now, man? You see? And also by his wife, man. Because why? You see, the apostles, the elder apostles always say it, man, that, hey, these women in the congregation is not good. If you have a wife, let her keep silence and be in the background, man. You see? So this is Matthew chapter 23. And let me go straight to the point at verse 12. Let me go straight to the point. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. And this is how the Lord operates, man. You see? So if you are exalting yourself, if you put yourself up there, and you feel because hey, really, man, Yahushua, first needs to get this grace, man. You see? You cannot exalt yourself, man. The Lord also came, it was, matter of fact, that is the first above. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. You see? So, because we came on to minister, you know, and minister is, you are a servant, man. You see? And that is what the Lord did also, man. That's why, you know, in John, I forget the chapter, you know, that he was washing the feet of his disciples, man. You see? That is great humility, man. And Peter didn't want it. He was, because he knew already. And this funny, yesterday we went in these scriptures, you know, during camp. But hey, Peter didn't want it. He was like, hey, because he knew that this is the Lord, man. He didn't want that the Lord was washing his feet, but the Lord told him, like, he was cutting him and was saying, like, hey, man, if you don't want me to do it, then you are not part of me. You ain't no part of me. And then he was like, hey, wash my hands, wash my feet. You can wash everything almost, basically, you know. So then he was like, no, because that is also the words that he didn't want to hear. You know, he was like, no, man, I'm following you, Lord. It doesn't matter. Wash my feet. As a matter of fact, you can wash my head too, you know. And that is what it is, man. The Lord need to be exalted first. You cannot exalt yourself, man. You see? And these guys came up another way, like the brother was also what the brother also is going into. These guys went up another way, man. They didn't went up the correct way. You see, you know, calling themselves high priests and all these names, man. And a lot like Elder Apostle Gabar. I think he said it, or I was watching the bishops also. I watch so much videos sometimes you forget, but I think the Elder Apostle Gabar was saying that, you know, a lot of them in 2000 they wasn't around. I think the bishop, the elder bishop, said it yesterday, man. One of the elder bishops, like in the year 2000, a lot of you wasn't around. I ain't gonna say that I wasn't around either, but a lot of you wasn't in the truth, and now you giving yourself all these names like you are up there, man. So that is really you sitting on a high horse, man. You see, and that's why a lot of you are falling, because the Lord is not down with that, man. The Lord is dealing with the lowly and the meek. You see, He doesn't deal with you know, you put yourself up there, man. You see, by yourself. If the Lord seems fit, He gonna put you there, man. You see, wait always on the Lord, man. You see, if He said like, hey, this is what I like, He gonna put you up there, man. If He seems fit. And if it is not your lot, hey, it ain't gonna happen. But don't try to put yourself up there, man. That is what it is, man. So, you know, that's why don't exalt yourself, you know, like Nate is doing, you know, Bish Nate, you know, coming on the Pesach on a horse. And you saw how Yahweh Shai came, man. He was riding an ass, a colt, you know. That is what he was doing, man. So this is madness, man. You see? And that's why you see these things are happening, that they're being exposed. And that this is all the doings of the Lord, man. You see? And let me go back to the external motivation, the meaning. Let me get it. External motivation meaning. AI overview says external motivation, also known as extrinsic motivation, refers to driving behavior by outside incentives, or consequences, such as receiving rewards, praise, or avoiding punishment. Unlike intrinsic motivation, so that means that internal motivation, which comes from personal satisfaction, it relies entirely on factors separate from the activity itself. Yeah, and that means you're carnal. You see, you are doing things that is pleasing unto the flesh, and the Lord is not down with that, man. You see, because what? This is a spirit. Everything in this truth is about the spirit, man. It's not pleasing the flesh, you see. And of course we need things for the flesh, but the Lord already know what you need, you know, so He will take care of a lot of things. But if if He sees that you are a spiritual, attending spiritual, doing things spiritual like the Lord really requires of us, hey, the things onto the flesh, the Lord will take care of it, man. And that's why you have to put your trust and everything in the Lord, man. That is the most important thing. That is, like we said, you know, uh, that is the duty of all men. You see, hold this commandments, man. And this is talking into your Israelite man. You see, and your women, man. You see, and especially in this truth, because you need to know better, man. So that is basically what it is, man. So yeah, man, that's why what the brother was going into, and I want to go into that also, because this is really a beautiful lesson that he did, like the brother is going into, man. You see, it is Salakia. It was a beautiful lesson that he did. Repeating myself, but yeah, man, I was hearing it, and I was, like 26 seconds. I was like, hey, man, I have to make a lamb back on this because it is beautiful what he's saying, man. And this is that cautionary tale also, like, hey, man, keep that same passion, man. You see, in this truth, man. And it is very hard sometimes, sometimes, hey, because we all sometimes in the spirit, and sometimes Satan is messing with you, but that's why you have to pray to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, man. You see, so that he give you that lively spirit, man, because that is what it is. You need to have that lively spirit, man. And don't do this because or you do it because of your external reward, like, hey, pleasing in the flesh, and that you're getting praise from people because of your wisdom that you gain from the scriptures. All is of the Lord. Freely give, freely received, because we receive this from the Lord. This is nothing of us to make personal gain and money. No, man. That's why you see GMS, we don't have no cash apps. That's not on our agenda, man. Everything what we are doing is, we're doing it for the Lord, man. You see, to serve the Lord, man, in spirit and in truth, man. You see, and not have personal gain of all of this, man, because that is not really what it is. It is very important when you doing this, that you're doing this wholeheartedly, man. You see, with the spirit that is in you, you have to do this wholeheartedly, man. And if you don't do it like that, that means that you are not driven by that passion. You see, so that you don't have that internal motivation, and that is very important to have internal motivation. You see, so that means that you're gonna doing things with the spirit that is in you, with passion. You need to have that passion with everything that you are doing. You see, you have to give it 100%. And if you're doing that, you're gonna also set the bar high for yourself constantly. You're gonna study, you're gonna push the boundaries more further to really to get what you need to get out of that process, man. You see, and that is also in this truth, man. You're gonna push the boundaries harder to get that satisfaction. I'm always saying, man, when you don't make a video, you feel also like sometimes like, hey, man, I didn't do enough. And I always have that spirit that I feel I can do much better, man, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You see? But the Lord knows, man, and everybody has his lot, man. Everybody give, one get 1 talent, one get 3 talents, one gets, 5 talents, and so forth, man. You see? The Lord gave everybody his portion, man. You see? But you have to flip it and use everything that you have. The scripture says it, man. If you have 1 talent, flip it to 2 talents, man. If you got 4 talents, flip it to 8 talents, man. And so forth, man. That is what it is, man. Be passionate about this, man. It is hard, and this is also for us, everybody, man. Also to myself, man. You see? To be passionate what you're doing, man. So let me go to the scriptures. Bear with me. And I know the brother went in Colossians. I don't know if he, because I only was watching till 26 marker, So I know he went in Colossians 3. You see, and he started with verse 2. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. You see, so because why? We are seeking the kingdom to come, man. You see. And matter of fact, let me get it. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6. You see, because we have to seek the kingdom first, man. And verse 33. Yeah, this is beautiful, man. But let me go straight to the point, you know. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Like I was saying before, man. You see, seek first Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. You see, and his righteousness, man, and all these other things what you need, like I was saying, are gonna be added onto you, man, if the Lord seems fit, because the Lord knows what you need already before you know what you need, man. And what is your lot, man? Everything is already mapped out, you see, and you cannot get get around it, Salakia. You see. So let me jump back to Colossians, you know, because I want to go over here to tell you, like, hey, do this with, you know, do this wholeheartedly, man, you know, with all that you got, man, with passion, man, you know, like the prophets of old. Hey, look what happened. What happened to Jonah, man? He didn't want to prophesy after, you know, because he was like, "Hey, man, these people don't listen." But the Lord said, "You're gonna do it, man." And you know what's happened? Big fish, swallowed him up, and you know, brought him back to Nineveh. And then he was like, "I'm in hell." And then he was willing to go to preach, man. And sometimes the Lord also can really do some things that you know, that you're gonna be like, "Hey, man, hey." Fear the Lord, man. I have to do what, you know, this is my lot, man. You see, because the spirit of the prophets are subjected onto the prophets, man. You see, and also the false one, because they're also fulfilling their lot, and they have a role to play, man. Because the Lord don't want everybody also, you know, to be saved. You see. So, like the days before, you know, these false prophets also have to fill their lot, man. You see. But let me go over here, Colossians chapter 3, at verse 20. Let me see, and verse 23. Yeah, man. And whatsoever ye do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not to man, and not unto man. Salakia. You see. And that is what it is, man. You see, you have to do this with passion, wholeheartedly, man. You know. Let me read it in NLT. Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord rather than for people. And that is the passion that you need to have, man. You see, no, in the King James, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Mashiach. You see, Yahushai. You see, and that is what it is, man. You serve in the Lord, man. This is that you are called and know about this truth. You know, it's not for everybody. So it is an honor. It is a pleasure. It's a blessing. You see, so you have to work for the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and give it your all. If you can work for an earthly, for somebody on this earth, you know, for a man, you're working for Esau or whatever, you know, you're gonna be present on your job also, you know, work hard and you run for your master, your earthly master, you see. Because you know, if you don't do it and he sees that you are not motivated, the work that you are doing, he's going to be like, I'm going to really take somebody that is really motivated and love to go, you know, love to do his job. And of course, these jobs here is BS. A lot of things, because brothers, we talking amongst each other that we are tired, and you know, because the way we are being treated, you don't get paid what you are worth, because we know, because everything is upside down. But really, you know, if the Lord bless you with the craft, you know, like a carpenter, you know, yeah, let me give an example as carpenter, you know, and hey, is that your craft and you love to do it? Hey, you need to be motivated constantly to do that job, man. You see. And once again, I know in Babylon, you know, to work for, you know, really for your enemy, because we have to do it because it's part of the curses, you know, we're doing it. But, you know, if he sees that you are not motivated, hey, he's going to search for somebody who is, you know, because somebody that is motivated is going to, what you're gonna see, the productivity in the work, you know, on the work floor is gonna be much higher, you know. Also, the work that he's gonna deliver is gonna be much higher. You see, that is what it is, man. It's gonna be he's gonna be more productive, and you're gonna see that, man. And he's gonna inspire other people too, because if you have someone that is not motivated and constantly complaining, you know, that brings down also in the working force. It brings down the motivation, you see, and the passion, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it in the productivity. You see, that is really what it is, man. So that's why, hey, the Lord is gonna reward you, man. You see, and of course we're doing it for salvation. We're doing this work, but like the brother also goes into this, it is also. But number one, it's got to be your passion too, man. You got to be passionate to serve Yahweh, and especially all the promises and everything that you know that the Lord is going to give his elect, man. You see? That already needs to give you that, that fire, man, and be like, hey, man, I got to do this because also I want to be saved. I want to see the fall of my enemies. All these things is my motivation personally. That is what I'm saying, because I know we are in hell. You see? So basically, that is what it is, man. Be passionate, man, and don't do this for to serve, to please, and to have praises of man and to be exalted by man. That is not what it is, man. You see it with all these idols, these artists. It is nothing, man. Vanity, vanity, all is vanity, like King Solomon was saying, man. You see. So let me go also over here, I ain't gonna make it too long anymore, but this, I was like, hey man, the brother made a beautiful video. I want to do a lamb back on this. So, like the apostle, the elder apostle Tahar said always, like, hey man, strike when it is hot, man. You see, and this is hot from the brother, man. This is First Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. For our exhortation was not of deceit, nor of uncleanness, nor in guile. Yeah, man. Everything that we do in this work is impassionate. We don't doing this, with deceit, or beguile people. No, man. This is what we're doing, coming straight from the spirit, man, from the heart, and that means really from our mind. Like, hey, it is pure, man, and untainted, like the Lord wants, man. You see. This is what it is, and this is what the apostles also was saying, man. This what you're doing, and needs to be wholeheartedly passionate, man. You see, and let me read it in the NLT, so you can see we're not preaching. Let me read it again, so you can see we were not preaching with any deceit or impure motives or trickery. You see, and that is really what is going on in GMS, man. You see, no impure, no deceit, impure motives, no like a God, how you say it, God is gainly is God, godless. Man, I butchered it. I'm gonna get that scriptures, man. Gain is godly. That is what it is. You see, that is not what it is, man. That is from the flesh. You see. That is what from of the world, man. That you people looking at you because you so-called made it. You see, that is not gain. That is not the godly, man. No, this is godly, man. You see, this truth, man. Let me go back to the King James chapter of verse 4, Salakia. But as we were allowed of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, to be put in trust with the gospel, even so we speak not as pleasing man, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which tried our hearts. You see, so we've been put in trust with this gospel, man. You see, the Lord reveals the secret of this truth of the scriptures, and everything through his man, through his prophets, man. You see, so we're being entrusted with this truth, man. So this is the Lord give us this in trust. So this is you have to treat it delicate. You see. And that is what it is, man. So we are not here to pleasing man. If we say, some things that me and the brother went into it, harsh words or something, if you know really the scriptures, you're going to be like, hey, man, you're going to take it on the chin, take it cheerfully, man, all these things, man. You see? Because this is something very, like the elder apostle said, man. This thing of ours is something really, 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 it's a serious business, man. This is not, a come together group and, nah, man, this is really about, we are about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's business, Lord willing, you see. So, and he gave us this trust, man, this gospel, man, like he did with the apostles, man, you see. And now we are carrying the torch, man. So this is something very delicate, man. You see, let me read it in NLT. For we speak as messengers approved by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, to be entrusted with the good news. Our purpose is to please Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai and not people, and that is the whole thing. You see, that is our whole duty, to please Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, man, rather than man. You see, He alone examines the motives of our hearts. So He knows what is going on in your mind if you are sincere, if you're doing this with passion, and if you are sincere in this truth, man. You see, that is what it is, man. So to jump back to verse 5 in the NLT, of in the King James, Salakia, for neither at any time use we flattering words, as ye know, nor a cloak of covetousness. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is witness. You see, that is what it is, man. You see, we don't use flattering words. Sometimes, like I said already, you know, we use harsh words, and we say the truth, the whole skinny of the Bible, man. We ain't gonna, you know, use flattering like whole women and, you know, catering to these women in the truth, because that is what we see. And also, there's a lot of these Hebrew Israelite groups are doing, you know, catering onto these women and don't really tell the whole skinny, man. And in GMS, you're going to hear it, man. And if you don't want to hear it, hey, then probably this is not for you. Because like we always said, this is only for the elect, man. You know, and also the few elect women. You see, this is not for everybody, man. And that is what it is, man. You see? So, you know, that's why, hey, let me read it in NLT. Never once did we try to win you with flattery. You see? We are telling you the truth, man. This is what it is. This is what you get, you know, with no chaser. This is straight, raw, uncut, unfiltered. This is how you get this word, man. How the Lord presented this unto us. No gimmicks. You see, as you well know, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is our witness that we were not pretending to be your friends just to get your money. Whoa, woo, woo, woo. You see, so we are not here to get your money, man. We just giving you this raw, cut, unfiltered, man. And if you want to hear it, if you can receive it, hey, it's beautiful. That means that the Lord is working with you. And if not, hey, we moving on, like the elder Apostle Gabar said. If a nigga don't get it, we moving on. We don't have no time, man. The Lord has no time, because this is all about the Lord, man. This is not about us. You see? Let me jump back to verse 6 in the King James. Nor of man sought we glory, neither of you, nor yet of others, when we might have been burdensome as the apostles of Messiah. You see? So, hey, we don't seek our own glory, you know. we are seeking the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that if we are worthy, man. You see? That is what we are seeking, man. We are seeking that kingdom to come. You see? Like we was reading already, man. We are seeking the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. That is going to be set first, man. That Yahushai is going to get his glory, his praise, and his grace, man, upon earth, man. That is what we are seeking, man. And we don't seek nothing else, man. You see? The mercy and the blessings of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You see? That we be deemed worthy to be the elect of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. That is already like... you know, like the scripture said, man, even if you are a doorman, can open the door for Yahushai, man. Hey, if that is your lot, hey, be glad, man. You see, but that means that you made it in the chariot. That means that you are part of the first fruit. You see, and that is what it is, man. You see, so yeah, man, that was a very beautiful lesson of the brother GMS South Holland. Once again, watch this video and subscribe for a very good video, man. Yeah, man. So with that, I want to give the highest honor, glory, and all praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Shalom.